Hello guys, this is Graphing 7.1. This is, I would say, the easiest one out of all of them. So you want to flip to the page, the worksheet that says Graphing on top. See if I can show on the computer. Over here. So you want to get to the one that says Graphing by solve system equations by graphing, and we're going to do number 2. Okay. So number 2, let's see if we can do this. And all right. So first thing I need to do is graph both lines. Now this is going to basically be a lesson on how to graph again. So we're getting here y equals mx plus b. This should be pretty easy. What we're going to do is first identify what m is. So let's do the first equation. M, I'm going to say is 4 over 1. And b, I'm going to say is positive 3. The reason I'm going to say 4 over 1 is because when we graph the slope, we want to use it as a fraction. So let's start off with this equation. So since b is 3, I'm going to start at positive 3. So counting from the center, the origin, I'm going to count up to 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm making a point on the y-axis. Some people, sometimes they start on the x-axis and they put like that point here. That's going to mess up your graph completely. You have to start on the y-axis. Now, this slope tells you to go up 4, because positive 4 means up 4, and right 1, because positive is right. Remember, this is like an English system, so left to right is forward. So like you read English left to right, you read the numbers left to right, and our number lines are order left to right. So we want to go 4 up and 1 right. The problem here is we notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, you'll be off the stage or off the graph. So it's not very useful. So what else can we do? Well, what we can do is go down 4, left 1. That is something we can do. So from here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and left 1. I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 1. If I did it again, I'll land somewhere here, but that's not very useful, so I'll erase that. And I just want to connect a line in between. So let's see if I can draw a straight line the first time around. I pretty much did, so that's pretty good. The key thing is I care about these points more than the straightness of your line or anything, okay? So we did graphing the first line, so let's graph the second line. I'll do this all in green so we can tell the difference. And since there's no number in front of n, or in front of x, what we're going to say is a 1. But since it's a negative x, we're going to say it's a negative 1 over 1. I'm going to say our b here is negative 2, because this number is negative 2. So m is negative 1 over 1, b is negative 2. Let's start graphing our points. So the first thing I always do is graph b. So negative 2 tells me go 1, 2 down. So I end up here. And some of you probably already see what I'm going to hit, but let's just keep going. So negative 1 and positive 1, that tells me rise over run, and we'll just write this on the side. Rise over run, don't forget that. The rise is negative 1. Since the rise is negative, we're going to go down instead. And the run is still positive though. Okay? The same thing, the opposite, I'm going to make a squiggly line to illustrate this is different. That we're going to go up and then left. Make a squiggly line here. And that helps. So let's first go down and right. I'm going to go down right, down right, down right, down right. Because both of them is 1. You just go down and right 1. And then I'm going to go here, up and left, 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 all the way to the end. And I'm just going to connect the dots. Not the straightest of lines, but that's no biggie. Because we don't really care about one thing, and it's this point right here. Let me do that in blue so you can actually see that. this point right here. We only care about this point in the middle. Or not in the middle, but where they touch. So all I have to do is figure out what that coordinate point is. So I go 1 left, so that makes the x -1, comma, I go 1 down, so it makes my y -1. So your final answer for this one is -1, -1. Kind of looks like a smiley face, or some kind of face. Either way, -1, comma, -1 is your answer, and this is one way to do it, which is graphic. Sometimes it might not be y equals mx plus b, so the best thing to do is just like move it over to make it y equals mx plus b. And sometimes we might have y equals something or x equals something. I'll go over that in class. Nothing else I can think of that's pertinent right now. So this is graphing 7.1, system of equations.